Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today we are going to make an entrance animation of our website, which is text revealing animation, as you can see that here. And also in the end of the video I will show you how you can achieve this in our Elementor. So if I come to the Elementor page and refresh, as you can see that we also have this animation. I will show you the both way how you can add it in your website. So no more talk, let's dive into that. So here, as you can see that here is my HTML and CSS file, and I also have an image, as you can see. So first of all, let's create our structure, and if you wanna skip that structure and wanna know only the animation, CSS animation of revealing text, you can skip some point. You can see a skip point in the screen, so you can skip. So let's come here, and first of all let's create a boilerplate and come here, and let's say the document, the title will be revealing text effect. And here in the body, let's create a div with a class of container, and in this div I will have two columns. So let's create another div with a class of column left, and also duplicate it and make it column right. Now we have two columns, and in the left column you will have a h1 where I will say hello, my name is Arfan, and something like that. And in the right column I will have an image. So in the image, let's link it to our actual image, and say in the alternative I will say the img. If I save and open it with the live server, as you can see, here is our text, hello, my name is Arfan, and here is our image. Perfect. So also let's link our style sheet here. Let's say that style.css, and here first of all let's remove all the gap. So padding will be 0 and margin will be 0, and let's say that border size, not border size, it will be box sizing, will be border box, and something like that. As you can see that there is no more extra gaps, as you can see. So after that let's also say that the body, and in the body let's give it a background color of black, and also let's make the color so that we can see. Let's say that it will be a white color. Now it is looking fine. So in the container, let's also come here and say that height will be 100% and width will be 100%, height will be 100 VH actually. So let's come here and say that VH, and here also say display will be flex, and align items will be center, and justify content will be center. And if I save now, as you can see, you can't see it because we need to resize the image. So after that, for the resizing, let's come to the container and say that call left and give it a flex 1, and also come here and duplicate, and let's also duplicate the whole style and give it to the right. So what it will do is it will make the column left and column right 50% of the parent, as you can see. So after that let's come to the height width and give it a mean width of about 180 pixel. Now as you can see that 50% of the width we have this left column, and 50% of the width we have this right column. So everything is working fine. One more thing to do is we need to come to the container and column right, and we need to say the image will be 100% width and 100% height. Now if I save, as you can see that it's perfectly in its place. If I make it large, as you can see that. So also, as you can see that we made a mistake. As you can see, it will be max height. So when I go to the bigger image, it's containing only 1080 pixel. So after that, let's make it in the center in the container. Let's say that margin will be 0 auto, so that will make it center. Now if I come, now as you can see that that's our text and that's our image. Perfect. So let's come to the text and make some change. And here, so in the h1, what I need to say is I need to say that font size will be about 80 pixel. Now as you can see that we have this bigger font. So let's make our revealing effect. So for that, what I need to do is we need to come to the HTML, and here as you can see, first of all, let's create a breakpoint. If I save now, as you can see that it's looking fine. So first of all, what we need to do is we need to make h1 tag for each line. So for the hello, we need to separate h1, so it will be like that. So h1 for the hello, and also secondly, so for the second one, let's come here and say that my name is, and also for the third one, let's say that Arfan. And if I save now, as you can see that it's not changing because there is nothing to change, as you can see, but we have this tree heading. And also let's have a span here for each heading. So let's make some span, and also here. Now if I save and come to my style.html and let's come here. So what we need to do is, first of all, in the h1, we need to say that the position of the h1 will be relative, and after the h1 we have this span, and we need to position them as a absolute. Now it is perfectly in position, and what we need to do is we need to say that left will be 0 and right will be 0, and height, not right, it will be top, and height will be 100%, and also width will be 100%, and let's give it a background color of crimson. Now as you can see that it's perfectly covering our heading. So if I decrease some opacity, you can notice it perfectly. The red marker or the red div, as you can see that it's for our span. So if I give it height about 90 pixel, 90%, now as you can see that it's only covering the 90% of the height. As you can see, there is 10 pixel left, as you can see that, but we want 100%. So in by default, h1 tag display as a block. As you can see that when I give it a span background or a span overlay, as you can see that it's covering the full block. So what we need to do is we need to come to the h1 and say that position, not position, display will be inline block. So what it will do if I save, so as you can see that now our overlay or this span is in perfect place. It's not covering this extra place as you see earlier. So also let's make the background color again in crimson. Now it is looking fine. So for initial state, what I need to do is I need to give it a width of 0. So we can't see it now. So in future we will animate it to 100%. It will be like that. So for now, let's say that it will be 0, and let's create the animation. So here let's make a keyframes. Let's say that overlay, And here let's say that 50%. On 50% width will be about 100%, and also left will be 0, and 100%. If I come to the 100% of the animation, the left will be in 100% and width will be also 0. So if I place this animation in our span, let's come here and say that animation will be overlay, and it will be once again ease, and it will be forwards. Now as you can see that our animation is taking place. So also if I give it a delay, let's say that animation delay will be about 0.5 second. Now as you can see that if I refresh, it will take 5 seconds to start. So after 0.5 second, it will start the animation and complete in 1 second. Perfect. So let's also create animation for the text. So for the keyframes, let's say that text reveal, and here let's say that 2 will be something like color will be crimson and something like that. So if I come here to the h1, as you can see that we need to apply the animation in our h1 tag. So come here and say that animation will be text overlay, and it will be something 0.5 second ease, and also forwards. And from here what we need to do is we need to set the color will be transparent. So as you can see that in here what we can see is our color is now transparent, so we can't see it, but it is still here. So when the animation will start, this text overlay, not text overlay, it will be text reveal. So as you can see that in the h1 our text is now in transparent, and when our keyframe will start, it will make the color of the text will crimson. So when I start, it will start from, first of all we don't have this color and it's not working. Why it's not working? Okay, I think we need to say 100% instead of 2. As you can see that it's working fine. If I give something animation delay of 0.5 second, now as you can see that when it will load, first of all we don't have this color for a moment, but when this animation will start, we will have this crimson color. So all animation is in place, but we need to fix our timing. So as you can see, so let's come to the timing function. What I need to do is, as you can see that for the overlay we have an animation of 1 second. So first of all let's remove this delay for our overlay. So if I save, now as you can see we don't have any delay. So we need 1 second to finish this animation. So what I need to do is we need to make our animation for the text half of this number. As you can see that I use 1, so that's why I need to use half of the number, which is 0.5 second. If I use 2 seconds, we need to make half of the 2, which is 1 second, for our text animation. So let's come here for 1 second and make it something 0.5 second. As I said, it will be half of our span. So also if you wondering where this other half of this animation time will go, so we need to use it as an animation delay. So if I give it 2 seconds, we need to give it 1 second here, and other 1 second will be animation delay. So if I give, as you can see that it's working fine. So if I give it 5 seconds, what we need to do, we need to give it 0.2, 2.5 and also 2.5 here. Now as you can see that it's working perfectly fine. So let me recap once again. So as you can see that we have two animation here, one for the text, other one for the overlay. If I give overlay animation 5 seconds, we need to give the text animation 0.2 seconds, which is half of this animation, and other half of the animation we need to give it as a delay to the text. So let's also give it 1, and what I need to do is 0.5 for the text animation and 0.5 for the delay. So it will look fine. So what if we need a delay to our overlay? So if I remove, now as you can see that it's not working fine. If we give a delay to our span, what we need to do is we need to add this time to our animation delay. So as you can see that it's 0.5 second, it's already have 0.5 second. So if I give another 0.5 second, it will make 1 second, which is looking fine. We have this delay and also it is looking fine. So if I give it something like 0.2 second, so what we need to do is we need to make it 0.7, because 0.5 from our this half and 0.2 second from here. So it will look fine, as you can see that. So let's make it 1 second, or here also 0.5 we give. So as you can see that now our text is looking fine. Also let's say that it will be white. That's it. So it is looking fine. So if you want more function, something like if you want sequence in the animation, first it will come, after that will come, and the last this will come. So for that what you need to do is you need to grab this h1 separately. So let's say that h1 nth child, first child, and here we need to make some animation delay. So for that, let's say that animation delay. So for the first one, our delay will be the initial one, so which is 1 second. For the second one, what we need to do is we need to increase 1 second. We need to make it 2 second. If I increase 1 second, because we need 1 more second to finish this animation. So if I come here for the third one and make it 3 seconds. Now as you can see that our h1 is coming first, and this is coming second, and this is coming third. So let's also grab the span separately so that it works with this sequence. So if I come here and let's say that span, so for the first span what I need to do is it will be same as our animation initial one. So initial one, as you can see that we have this 0.5, so we can use for the first one 0.5 second, and for the second one we need to increase 1 second, so it will be 1.5, and for the third one it will be about 2.5. Now if I save, as you can see that we have this nice neat animation sequentially happening. So that's it. If you want make it once at a time, or you can make it like that sequentially. So for that what you need to do is we need to increase 1 second, because we have this overlay text going on for the 1 second. If I give it 2 seconds, we need to increase by 2 seconds for each heading. So that's fine. So let's come now to our WordPress Elementor, how we can achieve this in our Elementor. So this is very easy. I did all the hard work for you. What you need to do is you need to come to your Elementor and drag and drop a heading here. So as you can see that I have this heading. So after that, let's go to our webcifar.com and come this website, and in the blog what you need to do is you need to find this blog, which is text revealing effect in Elementor, and click that. You will have this, and as you can see that we have these two block of code. First block of code is for the applying animation. Second block, as you can see that, is for our animation keyframes. So let's come here and copy this first block, and in our heading advanced custom CSS, paste it here, and also come here, copy this one and place it here after this first one. Now as you can see that we have this nice animation going on. If I update and preview that, now as you can see that if I increase it, the size of the text, as you can see that it's all also perfectly working. Update, and if I come here, perfect. So for the last thing, what I need to do is I need to show you. So if I increase the size something like that, and if I update, now you can see that the two line of the text which is covering once. So if you want to separately animate them, what you need to do is you need to come here and you need to duplicate that. Let's say that I want text from here and other one here. So as you can see that we have these two separate heading. So that what we need to do if we need to have separate animation for each line. So what we need to do is we need to make each line in a Elementor header. So as you can see that we have two line, but we also have two heading actually. For the first heading, as you can see that we have this text only, which we are saying that add your heading, and the second one we have text here. So if I update, now as you can see we have these two separate animation going on here. So also if you wanna change this color of overlay, what you need to do is you need to come to the advanced and say that here, if you notice in the selector we have this overlay color, let's make it black and save our site. And if I preview, now as you can see that for this one we have changed our color. So let's also do it for the first one. Also you can paste your color code if you want. Now as you can see that we changed our color for the background. So after that what we need to do is if you want our sequence animation, what we need. So for that, as you can see that for the first one, keep it as it is. So as you can see that it's 0.5 delay. So for the second one, increase the delay 1 second. So previously it is 0.5 second and we need to increase it 1 second. So after that it will be 1.5 second. So if I update, now as you can see that we have this sequence animation. So you need to increase 1 second for each heading. So as you can see that here we have these two headings, and for the first heading we have these all with the keyframes, and for the second heading we also have keyframes here, which is our second block of code. As you can see that in the second block of code we have these two keyframes. So what I need to do is for the second one we don't need this second block of code, so we can remove these keyframes. So it will also work if we remove this, because those keyframes need once for page. So as I said, we need this block of code once for a page, even if we are using this effect more. So we need to copy this for once, but we need to copy this applying code whenever we need to add this effect. So that's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe the channel. And if you are wondering how we made this animation SVG menu, you can check it out in the description. You will find this tutorial. And that's it. My name is Arfan and I will see you in the next video.